Hello and welcome to The Source. I'm Nat.
And I'm Jack. It's Friday, which means the weekend
Has started. It starts here on The Source. It's 6:30pm or 9:30pm if you're watching the repeats. Welcome to the show. There's loads coming up.
So should we take a look?
Let's do that. First up, I'm down at the Watershed talking to DJ Cheeba, who's doing a live show tonight set against a sci-fi film.
Then I'm down at the Hippodrome talking to some of the cast from Top Hat.
Later in the show, I'll be talking to some of the people from Fair Shares about alternative Christmas party ideas.
Then finally, Nat caught up with Mark Ormond down here at the Colston Hall. Well, that looks like fun. You got to catch up with Mark Ormond.
I know, it was very exciting. A musical legend from my youth. Not from yours.
Not from mine.
No.
I'm a bit young for that.
No, but he's still touring, still performing, so stay tuned for that one.
So coming up first, you're at the Watershed, I believe?
Yeah, so DJ Cheeba is performing tonight, so I caught up with him at the Watershed to find out all about his live show. Sci-Fi Days of Fear and Wonder is the British Film Institute's biggest season to date, with over 1,000 screenings of TV shows and films across 200 locations in the UK. One of those locations is the Watershed, and one of the curators is DJ Cheeba, otherwise known as Si. Hi, Si.
Hello.
Thank you for being here. Now, tell me about your part in Days of Fear and Wonder.
Okay, I've been asked by the Watershed here in Bristol to curate 3 events for the Sci-Fi Festival here, one of which is my own rescore of the Ed Wood sci-fi opus, Plan 9 from Outer Space. Okay, so I've put it upon myself to rescore this movie. Lots of rescores that have been done in the past have been done by musicians who have written bespoke music for it. I've taken a more DJ's angle where I'm sampling other people's music, sound design, layering up a collage of sounds to create a new score. But I'm going to be doing that live with turntables and iPad synths and a few different toys and stuff to kind of make it interesting.
So there was 3 events, one of which is past with DJ Food.
Yes.
Then you've got yours this evening.
Yes.
And which we've heard a bit about. So and next week you've got the Herbaliser.
Yeah, we've got a good friend Ollie Cheeba from the Herbaliser coming to do a DJ set before the screening of the 1953 War of the Worlds. Ollie's going to be doing a DJ piece that's been structured to follow the narrative structure of War of the Worlds. So quite a nerdy level of DJing going on. Myself and Tom Lumen are going to be VJing along with it to kind of add more narrative and doing a bit of projection mapping to kind of make the whole environment immersive and, well, trippy, really.
Super cool. And is there dancing too? I mean, is it a sit-down affair?
I think this one's very much going to be a sit-down affair and, sit down, enjoy and be immersed in. So, yeah.
You had a connection with Ninja Tune. Is it you? Are you a resident on their radio show? Or
yeah, I'm a resident for Solid Steel, which is the radio show that was the precursor to Ninja Tune. Kind of fly the flag for them on a live circuit, and also occasionally submit mixes for the radio show.
How do you feel Bristol is doing at the moment in terms of the electronic music scene?
Bristol, as always, has always been very fashion conscious, and they're always one step ahead. I've always thought, Bristol was right there at the birth of drum and bass and really pushed that until the Americans got hold of it, and then they were shuddered away into dubstep, and then that's, we're really pushing this new sound and drum step and dubstep, and again, Americans get hold of it and we've kind of shied back away from it a little. I think it's obviously still bubbling along. But now we're in this scene where, house music's come full cycle and massive again with, Julio Bashmore and Eats Everything, being the pinnacle of that and being really successful. It's great to see at the end of it that Bristol's just supporting this sort of art.
Yeah, amazing. Brilliant. Well, thank you so much, Si. DJ Cheeba, ladies and gentlemen. So we can come down here this evening and see you in action.
You can indeed, yeah. I'll be nervously hiding in the shadows at the front of the cinema.
Good luck. Anyway, I hope you have a great gig, and thanks for talking to us. And if you want to check it out, you can find out more on the Watershed website, which we'll put that up on the screen now. Thanks.
Thanks very much.
That's a really cool idea, actually. I wish I came up with it.
I know, it's really cool. A whole new score to a real cult sci-fi film. I'm going to be down there this evening to check it out.
Nice. Well, now I'm down at the Hippodrome to speak to some of the cast from Top Hat. I'm here at the Hippodrome with Charlotte and Clive. And Charlotte, we're actually in your dressing room right now, aren't we?
We are, welcome.
So sorry for invading your personal space.
Quite all right.
You guys are cast members of Top Hat, yes, I believe. So what are your roles, first of all, in Top Hat?
I play the role of Dale Tremont, which for anybody that's a Top Hat fan was the role that was originated by Ginger Rogers. And
I play a character called Horace Hardwick, who's a very wealthy Englishman, slightly eccentric, who brings over a Broadway song and dance sensation called Jerry Travers to be in my West End show. And whilst he's staying at my hotel, he meets Dale Tremont.
So for those who don't know what Top Hat is,
Yeah.
what is the storyline? What is Top Hat?
In a nutshell, it's always a difficult one to try and tell in a very simple way. But so it's based on the 1930s movie Top Hat, which starred Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers, and it transports you back to that golden era of Hollywood, really, the glitz and the glamour. And as Clive said, it follows the story of Jerry Travers, who's a Broadway star, comes to London to star in a West End show being produced by Horace, which is where he meets Dale Tremont, who is an American model who's sort of touring the world, if you like, doing all these different fashion shows. And so she meets Jerry, and after a lot of playing hard to get and a few games of cat and mouse, they fall for each other. And it's when they fall for each other that she actually mistakes him for Horace. She believes she's never asked him what his name is, and she suddenly believes he's Horace, and Horace just happens to be married to her best friend. And so this big farcical sort of story of mistaken identity kicks off.
Yes, girl runs away. She runs away from London, flees to Venice, where my wife Madge is holidaying. Of course, Jerry immediately wants to chase Dale, so he pursues her to Venice. Horace has to pursue Jerry because my show is at stake, and it just becomes the mistaken identity creates more and more problems, mainly for Horace, I have to say.
Yeah, he gets himself in quite a state.
He gets himself in quite a state.
It's very, very funny, and the audience are constantly giggling, and then along the way you've got these incredible song and dance numbers like Cheek to Cheek, Let's Face the Music and Dance, of course the title Top Hat, White Tie and Tails, Putting on the Ritz. So it's got a bit of something for everybody, really, with the song and dance, with the comedy. The costumes are stunning. It's that, like I said, that Hollywood glitz and glamour. They're beautiful. The sets are incredible. Wonderful soundtrack.
Amazing. Well, it sounds like it's
Have we sold it to you?
Yeah, you sold it to me. I'll be there. But it sounds like it's a really fun play. What sort of audience are you going for? Well, what kind of audience does it attract? Even?
It's been quite varied, hasn't it? You'd assume that it would attract an older audience, somebody that's a fan of the old sort of black and white movies and the Fred and Ginger stuff. But actually, we've even had a lot of families, a lot of children in, and I've had sort of my little nieces and nephews come and that are like 6, and they said, I want to go and start tap dancing lessons because they really enjoyed it. Yeah. So I'd say there's some, like as Clive just said, there's something for everybody in it, really.
So the show started on Tuesday. It's now Friday. How long is left of this show?
We are here until Saturday the 29th, so we're doing a 2-week run in total, so you've got another week and a day to catch it.
And there are matinees on Wednesday, Thursday and Saturday, so there's plenty of chance to see it in the afternoon if you can't make the evenings.
Well, they have until the 29th to come and get tickets. Where can they find out a bit more? Where can they get tickets?
Well, the Bristol Hippodrome, I suppose, on the Top Hat website as well, or any of the booking lines associated with the Bristol Hippodrome or Top Hat, you'll be able to find us.
Amazing. Well, thank you very much for the chat. And everyone at home, make sure you're getting your tickets from the Bristol Hippodrome, and you have until Saturday the 29th.
Looks like you took a bit of a shine to her, Jack.
Oh, she was a nice lady. Great personality.
Yeah,
and
good
stuff.
Fantastic performer too.
Yes, amazing. She is amazing though. So make sure you're going to check that out. But now it's time for a break.
We'll be back after the break. I'm going to be talking to Fair Shares, and also...
You have an interview with Mark Ormond, I believe.
Very exciting. So stay tuned for that. We'll be right back.